Alright guys, today we're doing my front and rear differential on my 2022 Ford F-150. Let's get into it. Alright guys, we're doing the front and rear differential fluid change on my truck. This is my first time doing this. I've just been watching YouTube videos on how to do it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, simple. And so let me take you under the truck real quick. So if you don't know, this is a rear differential. I just have those bolts. I gotta take off these. And then I have this bolt, this fill bolt that's on the side of it right there. And so I'm gonna show y'all how it's done for real. Oh yeah, but first, I'm gonna low-key take this spare wheel off so I could have more space under the truck. Alright guys, we took the wheel off from where we took the spare wheel off. And now we're gonna have a lot more space at the bottom where the tire was, now that we have more clearance. So all I have to do is just like pop these out. Guys, so I got these wires off. Well, it's just like push tabs things. Now I'm about to take this part off, make sure that it's on lefty loosey righty tighty. Yes, I'm using a chrome socket on the impact because I'm such a bad boy. Also, I was too lazy to get my impact sockets.
It's called a brake line bracket, by the way.
Yeah, well, he said, if you could hear him. Okay, so now, before you take the rear diff cover off of it, you need like a paint marker or something, so you can mark where these studs are, so the wires could go back in where they were at. So I'm gonna go grab the paint marker, then I'll be back. Alright, so I'm just marking where the studs are on the differential itself, because if you do it on the differential, then it's obviously going to wipe off. Try not to hit my head. Okay, so now I'm just going to push these wires back like that. Then I'm going to get the Ugga Dugga. Oh, and I'm going to get the drain pan too. So yeah, I'll be back with that. Alright, so it looks like, by the looks of these, of like this right there, it looks like mine was siliconed on, but whenever I do it, I'm gonna replace it with a gasket instead of the silicone because it's just easier that way. So I'm gonna give you back to William. Now I'm about to take these off. Alright guys, so I'm about to crack, or I'm about to just like take out the drain or the fill bolt, because if you take off the rear diff without taking off the, and that is on there. If you take off the front, if you take off the differential cover without like taking off the bolt, then whenever you have it off, it might not come off and you're going to be out of luck. So yeah. Man, that thing was under a bit, for real. I ain't gonna lie, flinched because I thought the oil was gonna come out. Alright, so I have it like popped out a little bit, for real. And then, now, I'm gonna get the Ugga Dugga. I'm gonna get the Ugga Dugga so I can take these bolts off. Bro, I'm low-key kind of nervous because I never did a rear differential fluid change before. And the same with the transmission fluid change, but here we go.
I'm gonna put this on there first. Before you pee yourself.
Alright guys, we got all the bolts out. Like I said earlier, this rear diff is like siliconed on. So I'm gonna need to get something to pry this off with. and I'll come back with y'all after I get this off. Comment down below L cameraman for not recording when I spilled the diff fluid all over myself.
So we may or may not have got it all.
Maybe.
Just a little bit of mess.
This part of the video is AI generated. What you're seeing right now is AI. Alright guys, so ignore that mess. Like I said, that is AI generated. Alright, so you could kind of see like where the silicone is on the diff and on the diff cover. So I got this little razor blade thing that I could just like scrape a little bit or scrape it off a little bit, but whenever you're scraping off the top, you do not want that dirt and debris to get into your gears. So what you would do is like put a shirt to cover the differential, and do not use like napkins or whatever, because the napkins could like tear up in there and like shear off or so. So yeah, I'm gonna get to cleaning this off and cleaning that off. So we kind of got the diff cover cleaned a little bit. I'm just gonna clean it a little bit more, and then sorry guys for all these voiceovers in this video, but I just cleaned the differential cover with a drill with a wire brush attachment, as you see right there. And I didn't really have to do it that much because there wasn't that much silicone that was on the diff cover. As you can see, we cleaned it. We actually cleaned it even more off camera. And yeah, so like the rear diff, it looks okay. I mean, it doesn't even look that bad for real, you know? Just like check for like metal and stuff at the bottom. I mean, for 71,000 miles, it's not even dirty. And it feels like I did this for no reason. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, 71,000 miles, and there's like little to, it's not even metallically or whatever how you say that word. But I'm gonna get back with y'all when we fill. When I put
that you had
the gasket on. Alright guys, so I'm just cleaning up my ends for a little bit, and then now I'm about to grab the gasket that goes in between the rear differential cover and the rear diff. You could use a gasket or you could use a RTB, whatever. I just got this Mag High-Tech gasket for the Super 8.8 rear diffs, because that's what I have. Now, the first time I bought a rear differential gasket for a 9.75 differential, because that's what I thought I had, until I did more research and I figured out that I used the wrong one, or that I bought the wrong one, so I took it back and now I got this one. And so this would just go literally like that onto the rear diff cover and the differential. Just gotta like line it up a little bit, but just gonna do that later for real. Alright guys, so I got the gasket on there, and then now I'm just gonna put it like that.
Spin it to the left.
Alright guys, sorry for another voiceover. Somehow me and my one brain cell forgot how to put the diff cover back on. But let me know how this video is. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm high-key surprised that people are actually watching these videos, so that's great. I'm gonna keep on with the content as much as I can for real. And yeah, that's it. Appreciate y'all boys for watching the video. Alright guys, so I got the bolts ugga back on. The seal on there, I get line. Alright, so I got the bolts ugga down. The seal, the gasket, I mean it's on there. It kind of comes out a little bit. But I mean, if something goes wrong with it, I'm upgrading the gears on it anyway when I get 35s for the truck. So yeah, now I'm just gotta torque them down to 35 foot-pounds. And then after I do that, then I'm gonna put the fluid back in there. All right guys, they're all torqued down now, and now here comes the fluid. Basically all you do is just open this and you just fill it until the fluid just oozes out. So I'm gonna come back with y'all when that happens. All right guys, so I'm just pouring it or pushing it in here, and then you just squeeze it until it starts to ooze out. So when it starts to ooze out, that means that it's all done and you don't got to put no more in it. So I'll come back with y'all after it starts to ooze out. Alright guys, so I'm having a constant drip, so that's how you know that it's full. Whenever it stops dripping, which it seems like it's gonna be never, so it's pretty full. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the bolt in there because it's just gonna keep on dripping. So I'm gonna hit y'all back when I'm at the front diff. Alright guys, so this is the front differential. I just took off the bolt. Hopefully y'all can see that, but I just took off the bolt for the front differential. You see the fluid in there dripping. I ain't gonna lie, it looks like it never even been used. Like it never been put in 4-wheel drive before. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get the rest of the fluid out with like a pump. I'm not gonna record it because my battery's about to die. So yeah, sorry about that. Alright guys, that would conclude the front and rear differential. It's not a how-to video, I was just doing it and recording myself. This is part 3 to the 70,000 mile maintenance. As you can see, I kind of made a mess, but that was AI generated just so y'all could keep watching, you know. So yeah, that'd be all. Next is my transmission fluid. Lucky don't want to even do that, to be honest. But I'm just gonna do it for y'all boys. I'll see y'all later.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright guys, so unfortunately, as you can see, I took my seats out. You wanna know why? I took my seats out because obviously I wasn't thinking, and I have spilled my rear diff fluid in my seat, and I was trying to get it up by using a wet dry vac. Learn from my mistakes and do not put a used diff fluid bag in your seat because your vehicle will smell like dookie after you do that. And literally everything that the rear diff fluid touches, I threw away. That's why I only have one seat cover right now, and I threw away literally all the clothes I was wearing in that video. This is me a couple days later on Sunday. I did that video on Tuesday, and my truck still smells like dookie. So I took my seats out. Letting them air dry, so hopefully that diff fluid smell can get out my truck, and if it doesn't, then I'm gonna leather swap my interior. Let's go.